Yo,
Woo!
what up, Tim?
What's up, Rick? How we doing?
It's a great day.
Oh, it's another beautiful day. We're having
It
a good
is.
week up here, I tell you that much.
It's funny. When we were ending last night. Cheesehead Will was trying to give us a heads up, but wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I was too excited to get into that poker game, which had some glitches. I got to talk to the guy that runs that.
The glitches you're talking about.
I glitched
Well,
out.
yeah, no, it was a great day because the bee honey was flowing, and that's
Yes.
what Cheesehead Will was trying to get me to understand and know, because it opened up, and yeah, it's awesome, man. That is it's
The
a
hive's alive.
pretty cool place to be, man, and that's what we're going to talk about a little bit at tonight. But yeah, no, you got obviously monster. We got a lot of stuff going on.
I got just quick stuff about the monsters, and then a couple quick stories. Then I know you want to go deep into the hive, so
Yeah, man.
But I want to point out, of course, everybody get over there and start clicking away on the Cosmic Emergence.
There you go.
We're up to 124,923 global clicks. We got to get this done because, we all want to get to the download. But I'm sure there's some good information behind here. We got to do that. I think they're having a click party tonight. Is that right?
Yes.
9 o'clock?
9 o'clock, Spanish fees. And it doesn't matter if they're in Spanish, English, we can all click together.
Yeah, clicking is clicking. It's a universal language.
That's right. Craig, how you doing, brother?
Good morning, Craig. Good morning. GM. I'm so stuck on the GM thing. I say good morning no matter what time of day it is.
Yeah, the hive is up and the algo needs to be corrected. But it's all good. Yes, it is good. And, like I said, we're going to talk about that. It's a big deal.
Yeah, so just get over there, start the clicking. If you don't join the click party, you can do it on your own.
Yeah. You can
this one, just an update on what's coming out. This is May 20th when this one reveals itself. And so we got a couple days before that happens. So they stopped rolling out as fast as they were. And now we've got this one coming out on the 20th. So we'll have to keep track on that. We'll have to come back to that on the 20th, which I think is Saturday night. So I don't know if anybody's going to be around for that one. But you can always go over to the map, themonster.club, and check out the 11,000 plus monsters that are all poking around.
Yeah, look at
that. You can explore that, and that'll be fun.
And then the Antarctic
over to the map.
Then
we're waiting for that, and maybe that's the Cosmic Emergence. What the deal is? You never know.
Could be that's right. I know.
More information on that. But of course, I got some, and I don't know if this is going to come up. This one, I think I talked to you about this. I went to my local Fidelity advisor because I don't have two of my brothers are financial planners, not with Fidelity.
Right.
But Fidelity has a big crypto division, right? Or they're dealing in Bitcoin and ETH now. Okay. And so I went in there and I was like, hey, I've got some Bitcoin and I've got some ETH and some other stuff. And I wanted to know if I could open an account and manage it through you guys. And just to see what they offered, what was the deal with all that. And if you remember, I said, they said, oh, no, you can't transfer your Bitcoin into here. You have to take your regular dollars. We'll buy the Bitcoin for you and hold it for you. And if you want to sell it, you have to sell it to us. And then we'll put the money back in your account. So it's a very closed system for Fidelity. But they are in the game, right? They do have one of the biggest, retirement accounts, hedge fund, accounts. And I don't know why. I think it's something like $46 billion or something like it's in the billions, right? Sure. That they manage for people. So if people say, oh, yeah, put a little Bitcoin in my day, they have to go out and buy it because they're not going to, SPF this kind of thing. They're legit. They've been around for a while. But this was just a quote to move on from that. Justin, the Fidelity Director of Global Macro, says Bitcoin is an aspirational, high-powered inflation hedge. So obviously they're starting to push this on their billions of customers or billions of dollars worth of investments that they manage for people and retirement funds, all that kind of stuff. They are saying that Bitcoin is a high-powered inflation hedge. And we all know what inflation is because we've been experiencing it, right?
Yes.
So that's pretty cool.
That is a
little quote from him.
Yeah, you hear that from them. That's they know their stuff, man.
It's legit, and it's only a matter of time before you got to get yourself some.
That's right.
Because, directly, this is going to put pressure on the price of Bitcoin. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when they got assets in the billions and they go, hey, who wants a piece? How many people are going to raise their hand and go, yeah, I might as well take a little bit of that? And
Sure.
it doesn't take much to start putting pressure on the price of that. And when he comes out and says, hey, you got a problem with inflation? Maybe you should buy some Bitcoin. And so I think that's going to make a difference.
Absolutely.
Um, I know you love the funny memes
Hey,
and that stuff. I don't know if you heard this one, but
I
Elon,
have, yes.
veering off from his Doge memes and stuff, he's using this one, explaining constitutional amendments. First Amendment is for sharing memes with friends. The Second Amendment is for when they try and stop you from sharing memes.
It's true. That's all in a nutshell. There you go.
That's
First
it.
and Second Amendment. That's what they're about.
Friends, memes for friends. That's all.
That's right.
This one was really cool. Now,
Nope.
I'm going to show you this is just a little clip. It's just a demonstration of
The
how
network.
Bitcoin is the network and the nodes. And maybe you can go deeper into what a node is, but I mean, it's each dot on this animated map is a Bitcoin network node
Yeah.
and the connection to one another, an estimated 50,000 computers
Mm-hmm.
with full record of all the transactions, every transaction of Bitcoin. And the nodes use that information to audit, validate, and secure the global decentralized system. So take a
Incredible.
look. I'm going to put this back to here because when you look at this, you can't hear it.
Sure. Oh, you can't hear. It's all right.
But take a look at that and all these nodes that are all over the globe, 50,000 of them managing and recording and validating every transaction in Bitcoin, and no one controls that
Right.
network. It's all
That's
automatic. So
that's why the banks and governments are nervous, Tim.
yeah, absolutely. They don't know what to call this and what
Yeah.
they
Well, they don't
fear
know
it.
how to stop it or control it, and that's the point. When you keep seeing with the CBDCs, all of that stuff, they don't know how to control it. They can't control it, and this is the battle that we're in, and that's beautiful, man. That's what we're
Yeah.
talking about. That's what when you hear people that don't really know what's going on here and they call stuff Ponzi schemes, they don't even get this: a decentralized supercomputer dispersed all over the globe, where they can't just go and they couldn't just go bomb Iraq like they do,
Right.
right? They can't go do that. It's they don't have any kind of no control of it, and that's the crazy thing. And the ledger part, right? Look at all of that 50 million nodes, right? Every one of it has that ledger of transparency. Every transaction has to be that's how you mine, right? Those nodes mine. They do algorithmic puzzles and mathematics, and that is what secures the blockchain network. That's why they're a little too with the blockchain too. With Bitcoin, they're a little upset with these NFTs taking up that power, Tim. So
Yeah.
but
But
still,
every just like progress is, solar power and all that stuff becomes more efficient over time, and they're using things like they say they're using volcanoes and solar power and that leftover gas that comes out after they're mining for oil and all that kind of stuff, the natural gas that burns off. They're trying to reclaim that and reuse that stuff to make it more efficient and of course bring down the cost. Obviously, everybody likes to do things for cheaper, but
yeah,
using that excess stuff, going and putting these mines that are places out of the way and mining and doing those transactions, validating that stuff at a cheaper rate. So it's just more efficient. So they'll get there. It's a
mhm,
young system, but it gets cheaper and more efficient every day. So
sure, yeah,
this one was crazy. Jack
yeah.
Miles, you've heard of him,
I've heard
right?
of it.
He's
Yeah.
the Strike CEO and founder, and
Mhm.
he's a smart dude and pretty successful. And it's funny, he does these interviews from his closet in his house, and of course he's just the
Yep.
hoodie
As a young dude too.
wearing degen and does not have anything in his closet. So it's funny to watch.
Yeah.
He does these interviews from there, but you got to listen to what he says. I think the sound works. So give me a thumbs up if you can hear this one.
Fed has mismanaged monetary policy arguably worse than they ever have before. And you don't have to take my word for it. If you don't believe me, look at Russia, look at the UAE, look at everyone is starting to orchestrate and organize global trade outside of the US dollar, George. What the Fed looks and feels like they're
No,
Well, buffering.
Buffering. Some of my kids must be playing video games in the other room or
There you
something
go,
like that.
sucking up some
Corner of
Wi-Fi.
a boxing
Yep.
ring, covering their ribs, covering their chin, and the boxer, they're waiting for the bell to ring. They're waiting for the round to be over. They're waiting to be Vaselined up, and everyone's just wailing on the Fed. They mismanaged this entirely. They left rates so low, the excess amount of liquidity injected to the system combined with the fastest rate hike ever, they bankrupted their own banks. The banks, and for the banks to survive, George, they're going to have to sell the Fed bonds, and the Fed can't afford that. So they're not going to meet 2% inflation. We're going to live in a new era of dollar inflation. Dollar inflation may land at 4, 5, 6, 7% in perpetuity. And that's what you're seeing with the reaction from gold. So the writing's on the wall. Anyone with a brain knows that you got to invest in gold. You got to invest in Bitcoin. Any asset with a supply cap, which implies they don't have a relationship with rates, which implies that there's a much more authentic relationship to supply demand. It's already being priced in, and the Fed screwed up, and it's a really big deal. And it's good for Bitcoin.
Wow.
Go Bitcoin.
Yeah, that was it exactly. But yeah, that was an amazing clip that I found. He pulled no punches there and used that analogy to the maximum.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what he says has some truth to it. So we got to get out of this mess. But we're looking for things that are not controlled by outside forces. We love the DeFi. You're going to explain DeFi NFTs and what we got going later, but no one controls Bitcoin. No one controls, some of these other coins that we're in love with. And that's the best part about it. It's the very best part about it. And the Fed is over here jerry rigging everything. And, we reported last night that guys at Signature were like, our bank wasn't that bad. We didn't need to be bailed out, immediately like that. But they said, oh, they had crypto. They're in danger.
Yeah.
Boom, sell them to JP Morgan. One of the big guys who doesn't believe that guy's come out and said, we don't believe in crypto and all this kind of stuff, but we'll take that bank.
But we'll gobble you up. It's a clown show, man. It is, but that's great to hear stuff like that. I mean, because it is, they know it is the writing is all it's there's nothing else for them to do. You can't, right? If they raise, interest rates more, you're going to just crash this system, and it's going to be and they can't print money, right? There's the inflation's already happening. So they're stuck between a rock and a hard place, man. And we're all living in it. But it's amazing that we've been over in this ecosystem building in a bear market, just grinding through everything, and lo and behold, here we go. Right? It's amazing. Like I said, how I do feel for people that maybe weren't paying attention and starting to learn. Because there's going to be a curve, man.
There is a lot of people out there, and we're talking about things, getting ready to happen, big things that are happening, and adoption is we're so close to that. I know we've said we're early. We used to say we're early, but it's
one catalyst.
I think after what he just said, I think we're a lot closer than everybody thinks.
Sure.
Just because they've messed it up and messed around with the system so badly.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to be like, something else has to be better than this. Because if they were making it work and everything, everybody's like, we don't need that. We don't need crypto. We don't, but they're messing it up to the point where people are there has to be a better way. And that's what's going to force adoption. We were like, solution? What's it going to be? Right.
Yeah. Who wants their solution? And they're going to do it.
Right. Well, there's that, if they screw it up with what's been working for 100 years here, if they screw it up, why would we let them create the solution?
Have we got to fix?
That didn't work. We messed that up. So let's why don't we try this? No, we'll just we'll do it on our own. We'll figure
that guy with that one meme, he's like, he does like that. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, that's Drake. It's like
Drake, that's right. But no, it's crazy. Good evening, Night Owl. Good to see you. My crypto adventures. Thank you. Good evening to you. There's them hashtags. Love it. Owner economy. That's what I'm talking about.
Love it.
And that is exactly what we have. It's an amazing ecosystem here. Hello, Hatsack. Good to see you. Hello. Yes, awesome. And you guys had their new stories they were talking about Monday with the decrypting chaos and Hatsack. Everybody got to go check that out. Good Wednesday. Yes, hump day. entertainment and hope, everything. Yes, beautiful day. We don't know. Yeah, we got people
Yeah.
everywhere, Jason. You don't know. Happy Wednesday. Good to see you. Good evening, KP Queen. Yes, the hive is alive, man. But yeah, man, that's why I wanted to talk. It's great, the stories, because it talks about everything that we've been kind of building over here, Tim. It's awesome to see, this kind of fully starting to roll out now, because we have DeFi NFTs, and we've been saying that from the beginning. Kind of, this is a financial system. You see taxes, you see bee hunting, you see this economy over here, and just to be a part of it is you have to have that BNFT, and it's all built into it, Tim. It's amazing. So yeah, I'm going to jump into it and help me, because I can't see, like I said, if there's questions,
Oh, sure.
stuff like that. But yeah, man, this is the big news, right? First, I gotta scroll down, Tim. I don't know if anybody's seen. You got the SBO DAO. Got some new stuff here. Financially savvy social bees came to Earth to address human financial struggles, Tim. By promoting prosperity through their powerful solution, the SBU DAO, powered by the potent bee honey token, join the hive by buying a bee from OpenSea or by winning in the daily auction. That's right, because this is going to continue. There's more. And then look at that. I like that. Look at that. That's different, right?
That's fresh.
It's coming in maybe from some other realm, Tim.
Right.
Coming out into maybe our realm. So very cool stuff. The bees. And there's that beautiful logo, man. So exciting things are happening. And then down here, obviously, this is where you buy the bee honey. But yeah, big news. Obviously, this is what everybody's been waiting for, is to get into my hive. I got my one wallet with my one bee connected in here. And there you go, man. There's my two bees. And this is the bee honey that is locked up for the entire year, right? And it comes out what, every millisecond, Tim?
Every millisecond.
Every millisecond. Oh, I'm almost up to 0.01 for my 1B. But just to talk about this is a marinate here a little bit, right? When we mint it out, I think it was like $100, right? I mean, I think that's around what the price was. 0.08383, something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
But and that was more than 100. I think it was 188. In the F word.
In the fiat. Yeah, that's right.
But that was for two, right? Because you got the one. You got one B, which is out, and one empowerment B. So it was 2 for 1, and it was $188. So it was just over $75 each.
Yeah, that's my empowerment. This is my B here, and that's what's calculated here. But the other thing is also when we minted out, everything was returned with 1A. Everything was returned when you minted out. Right.
Correct.
That was part of the roadmap, as you saw, Tim. So actually, if you were one that minted out with the whitelist and all that stuff, you are in for 0, right? So I mean, just this first year, I mean, if you look at what 74, and then we look at the bee honey price, it's just say around $2. And the amazing thing, beautiful thing is here 7 days, and we unlocked about 7 days, and it went up. That's crazy, right? That's like a healthy ecosystem, man. That's pretty flipping amazing. Because other things you've seen on when you unlock, people get all bonkers and stuff like that. But again, the way that people have thought this out, it's very very smart. And like I said, an incredible ecosystem. This is about, I would say, $150, Tim, for something that you're in at if you mint it at 0, right? So you're the percent guy. Was that 150%? Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's definitely over 100%,
right?
Because you have what for each B, But I mean, if you're not in for 0 and you paid $75-$80 and shortly after they came out,
right?
Then you're getting your money back right now.
Yeah.
And so this is great. It's making your B free, and we got a long way to go, right? Because 98.2% of all bee honey is locked inside the bees.
Yeah.
So this is a great thing, and that is amazing that bee honey is almost $2. So I'm sorry, that's right. I was going 1 for 1.
Yeah.
I made a mistake there. So it's $2. So 74, let's say 75 makes it 150 a year. So you're in. Right. Because then you times that by 2 because you have a regular bee and an empowerment bee.
Right.
So you get, so yeah, wow, that's awesome. And then we just got to make that bee honey grow. I mean, it's $1.96 now. If we turn that into $4, $5, $10, that's going to be an awesome time when next year rolls out.
Well,
and it just continuously rolls out.
And when you say we, it should mean we, not not looking at some something up there, to say, hey, one of you, it's we, right? Everybody, and that's why I was encouraged, and it was cool to see. And I want to give a shout out to Will T, because I saw what he was doing with he's doing an educational thing for his own project, but he's included Bee Honey in there where you can use it. He's making it to have a utility in his own ecosystem, so kudos to Will, right? Those are things that every one of us as community members, because again, we own this, right? It's not just some power on high, some CEO, some corporation. Everyone that has a bee, you own this ecosystem, right? And we should start operating and acting.
One bee, one vote.
That's right. It's the DAO, the treasury.
Yeah.
There's so much. So it's our job to go make this worth more than $2, right? We need to go make this worth $50. I want to.
That'd be nice.
I'm just saying, but that's the goal. That's what we should work towards, because you're not. Everybody needs to unlock their thinking of like, you're working for somebody. You're working for yourself because you hold this asset. However many bees you have lined up, or if you have one bee like me here, you work for this asset.
Right.
It's going to always continue to yield out year after year, or millisecond after millisecond, and you claim whenever you want to claim. So if this was 74 and this thing is like, let's just say, what, $50, $50 times 74, that's pretty good, Tim. So your goal is to go make that worth what it should be worth, right? And it could be more, could be less, I don't know, right? But the more use cases, like I know what we kind of do t-shirts sometimes. I'm looking into a way where you can use Bee Honey to buy some merch, Tim. There's so many ways that you can make this token a utility, a governance token, however you want to use it. It's yours. It's free to use, and you get the rewards by owning this bee. Because just as you said, Tim, we own over 98% of the Bee Honey is stuffed up in that bee right there. And like you said, it's awesome. You got the empowerment bee. So, there's nothing out here like this. And like you said, go back to this, you see the treasury. That's another thing. Voting towards that. Voting, and being able to do proposals or make this smart contract where you think of an amazing idea where Bee Honey's worth more. We can all vote on it. And maybe you hired developers, and now you go and make something that you're going to make it more valuable. And then you got the Queen's tax. Like I said, it's a whole ecosystem. It's amazing. I don't know. Maybe you didn't buy any honey pots in this account. Yeah, I'm paying the Queens here.
Yeah.
So that's a choice, right? It's a kind of like I said, people are going to learn financial things. There's a whole bunch here, and and if you're got a princess or a royal, that's awesome, because like I said, you can be connecting your wallet here and you'll see what they're earning right now as well. So make sure you go back through the docs and read what the docs say about this entire ecosystem. Read it several times, because if you have a bee, you own this, and we should start really operating and acting like we do own this. And that's what I was doing over here. You're going to see this supply. I mean, we really rarely ever have any bees. You got 53 for sale. Everybody.
Right.
Of a 13,000, over 13,000, collection. So there's 53, and that's not. You get down here to, what is it? Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So 19 bees, and you're at 1 ETH.
Right.
This collection is very valuable, and I know people know it. And it's just like I said, it's our job to now go make this thing worth what it's worth, because it's just going to reward us for a very, very, like you said, very long, more than our lives, Tim. That's why, kind of that stuff we talk about. This is ongoing, and it has nothing to do with governments. There's nobody that owns this DAO. It's the people. If you sold a B, everything that goes with this B, if you didn't claim your bee honey, it goes with this bee when you sell it.
Right.
I think you're going to start seeing that priced in, especially if you start seeing bee honey worth $10-$20.
Oh, if this starts to spike up, the price of these things are going to go crazy,
right?
Because that's going to keep dripping out, and people are going to realize that that's an asset in there that they can go onto the open market and cash it in if they want, or just leave it sit there and let their bee honey grow and let that bee, sit there and ferment it or something. I don't know. Does fermented bee honey get you drunk? I don't even know.
Fermented bee honey. I don't know, man.
But you leave it there and it's just gonna, that power is gonna sit there. It's gonna be great.
Right. I'm looking for, because the other thing I'm looking for is just the way. Let me see. Just the pricing of it, right? If you looked at all the stuff throughout all of NFTs, they did pop like ridiculous, crazy, bonkers, right? And I know, like, people in the group, they wanted to have all that, enjoy and see all that, the hype and all the excitement and all that. And what this did is just steadily climb, right? Again, we started at 0.08383.
Yeah.
And now you're a half an ETH. There's only one thing that's 1B before you're at 0.52.
Right.
So you're at a half an ETH of these things. And like I said, that would be ridiculous to kind of let one go now. But who knows? Maybe you need that. You have an emergency like that. But when you sell it, everything, all assets, everything in the bee honey goes with it. So, like I said, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit because it is. It's like no NFT project out there at all, right? There's there's other ones that do it. I think like the wolves, and they put pigs in a barn, and there's other things. This drip token, there is nothing like this. This is a very solid foundation. The ecosystem is massive, and the way it's built is incredible. And these things are always going to yield out bee honey every millisecond. And now everybody can go in there and see it. So I think you're going to see a big difference of how people value this and what you see on OpenSea here. So I don't know. You got anything?
All your descriptions and everything made me put up the ticker at the bottom, which says we're here for entertainment purposes only.
That's right.
This is not financial advice. Do your own research and consult with your professional advisor.
That's right.
Before making any life decisions. We own bees, and this stuff has real world value, and it's very entertaining to learn and follow along. So if you're
I do own bees.
You're up for it, so do I. If you're up for it, get in there.
I'm just talking about what they do. That's like I said, that's not like anything you've ever seen. We've seen where you did some stuff with DeFi and you unlock, and there you go, all the stuff. But this, it was unlocked a week ago, and it went up. That's pretty unique. I think you'll start seeing a lot of people build like what's being built over here, right?
Oh yeah,
kind of the point, right?
We're just getting started. Getting started. So yeah, I mean it's amazing. It's going to be fun to watch to see what comes out. I mean, Will taking the lead with his stuff. Which is cool. Ariel, you're very welcome. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate it. But yeah, Will T working hard. I know that we have another friend and member that poker player that has some projects.
He's got surprises. I know. Yeah, he got surprises.
And we've talked about a few things in the past too that are itching to come about. Yes. So there's going to be some stuff starting, and then that's going to affect people. Are really going to pay attention to bees and their projects and what they can do. People are going to want this stuff because bee honey is going to be very useful and very valuable.
Very valuable, very, very useful, and you're going to have a lot of talented and people building over here because everybody way more than you think, and it's like I said, it's been an amazing education and experience. You know, it's good that we went through everything all this. You know, the crypto crazy market, and you see what people were doing that's criminals, and you know the FTX stuff. You see, we knew, you know, and not having to be freaked out and worried. That's crazy. I mean, I would have never done that before.
Right.
You're in this asset, and everybody's you know, it's dying, it's all crashing. But we truly understood what was going on. This guy was making paper Bitcoin and scamming and stealing everybody's money, and we weren't in that system. It was completely two different things. And you know, the technology is just getting started. And then when you add in AI and all the other stuff that's going on, there's going to be a huge explosion. And it's a great time to be an investor, right? And have something like that treasury. It's an amazing time to be a builder. It's an amazing time to know what's going on and start connecting with people that do want to build and get into there. The unlock algo is off 3 decimals.
Sweeping the floor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think he's just saying it's off because it should be worth a whole lot more.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And once it grows, once people understand what the potential is, it's going to swing real fast.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's what he means.
Yeah.
George. Thank you, George.
But yeah, there you go.
But yeah, it's going to be fun. And I think you're still a little bit early. But it's happening. That's another favorite saying of FOMO. It's happening.
It is.
And now that these mechanics are working themselves out, you can see the honey, bee honey dripping out, and you know everything that's locked in there, and now we just have to get these projects rolling, and the mechanics of it when it works is going to be amazing. No other project out there.
Sure.
So very exciting.
Righto, man.
All right then. Tomorrow night is Thursday night. We're gonna try and play some poker. I got a little frustrated last time. I'm gonna admit I had pocket aces and my computer glitched up and I couldn't bet so I got very frustrated and that screwed up my whole mojo, Ray. I'm gonna have to try it again tomorrow night.
You gotta learn to control the emotions, Tim. Crazy stuff happens during poker, man.
Yeah, that was it. My Wi-Fi. Just like when Jack was talking tonight, something happened and I couldn't up the bet and I missed out. Pocket aces. I would have had it all.
Right.
I'll try it again tomorrow night, and it's always fun. And you can win a couple fiat dollars if you want. But check it out. Have some fun. Come on back tomorrow night, and we'll do it all again.
Right.
All right, Ray?
Yeah, man.
Very good. See you then, everybody. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Yep.